I'm here, it's your boy, it's your host. Sorry, I'm a little chill right now, you feel me? Yesterday I went to war, man. Yesterday we went to battle. We had to hold it down. I didn't even get a chance, you know what I'm saying? Yesterday morning, I didn't even get a chance to record a little quick clip of, you know what I'm saying, me asking for the diaspora to lend us your powers, lend us your energy, because we went to war yesterday, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even ask, and y'all did. So I'm greatly appreciative. I don't even have my... Hold on, let me just... Yeah, that's right. Your boy is Congolese. That's right, yes, right.
Le grand moyen R.O. Nathalie Bumba, zéro faute. Kaya Kaya Moucha. Joseph Berthier. Lucia Ibata.
Ref, and your boy went to war yesterday. Your boy had to go to war. I was there. You know what I'm saying? It was a big game. And we didn't win, but we got the win. You know what I mean? Tournament football, I gotta stop doing that. Tournament football, when you're the team that's not as good, right? When you're playing against better opposition, the important thing is just getting the point. Because the goal is to get out of the group. And the goal is to get out of the group in at least second place. Colombia collected their points last night. They got the win. So they collected all 3 points. So we're tied for 2 right now. You know, technically, as things are right now, we're through to the next round. I want to say we're tied for second. So it's really just going to depend on the rest of the game. But, you know, right now we're through. But we need a win. Next round, I'm going to be talking about this a lot this episode. Next round is gonna be huge. Next round is when things are gonna pick up. These games have been good this first round. This first week, I've been thoroughly satisfied. For me, the World Cup being in the U.S. today, it's already been worth it. It's already been worth it because the games have been fun, the atmosphere's been good, the vibe's been good, and games coming on at, you know, at a reasonable time. You know, I don't have to be out, you know, at weird times to try to watch games. I don't have to be up at 8 o'clock in the morning trying to watch a game. I don't have to be up way late at night. Some of these games are at night, like I want to say Japan plays a 12 a.m. game. That's fine. I mean, 12 a.m. here, Eastern time. And that's the latest. That's the latest one. Most of the games, 10 has been the latest. So, I mean, that's great. That's prime time for us in the States. So other people complaining, hey, man, this is what we have to deal with on the regular when we watch soccer. So that's why, you know what I mean? That's why things are, you know what I'm saying? It all plays a factor, man. It all plays a factor. But yesterday, getting that point, man. Yohan Wissa, bro. The way those guys defended yesterday, man, held it down. And I'm going to get on to Portugal, but I want to talk about us right quick, man, because, yo, my experience with this team, like the Leopards, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have the deepest connection with this team. I'll be real. Like, I think the first time I really started to get into them, I want to say it was in the same tournament, the 2010 World Cup. That's a big World Cup for me. I want to say, and I'll add it on the screen, you know, my editor's notes. But I want to say that we won either the Youth AFCON in 2010, around that 2010 time, or we won AFCON 2010 time. And that's like the first time I'm hearing about, not the first time I'm hearing about them, but the first time I'm going and doing the research and trying to find out about this team right here. You know what I'm saying? The Congolese national team, the DR Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo national team. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Our second time in the World Cup. First time since 1974. My dad would have been 5 years old. You know what I mean? I got to talk to him. I didn't even talk to him. I should have talked to him yesterday. I didn't even talk to him yesterday. I need to talk to him today about that game because it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Like, dude, African qualifying, we only get 5 teams. Africa is massive. There's tons of countries in Africa. We only got 5 teams at the World Cup. And we got less before. This is the most we've gotten. It's usually, I want to say 4 teams, maybe even 3. Can't remember. Don't remember how many teams were at the last World Cup. But anyway, I digress. Qualifying is always crazy, you know what I mean? And, you know, a lot goes on in that country, and, you know what I'm saying? There's just a whole lot. So for me, it's like, damn, bro, like, all this happening is like, it's crazy, bro. Shout out to my Nigerians. I'm sorry we had to do it to you. Sorry. Shout out to my Jamaicans. I'm sorry we had to do it to you. So sorry. So sorry we had to do it to you. But, you know what I'm saying? We gon' go as far as we can, you know what I'm saying, represent, because we fuck with y'all and y'all fuck with us. You know what I mean? So please, give us your support. Send us your energy, bro, because Colombia is not going to be a joke. Colombia is not going to be a joke. Colombia is not going to be a game. And the Wisas, the Bakambus are going to have to show some fight in this next game in a more attacking sense. We fought this game in a defensive matter. We held our line. Portugal couldn't really get in behind. A lot of times when they did get in behind, either that ball wasn't sent over the top or wasn't played in behind, or they were offside. You know what I mean? I want to say João Neves for his second goal, or João Neves on one of those was called offside on the corner. But yeah, man, for us to get a goal in open play, I want to say coming off a corner. I haven't even watched the highlights back since watching the game. I was lit, let me say. I don't really drink like that. So I was like, I'm going to go have a good time. And I enjoyed the game. So yeah, man, I haven't watched the highlights back. So excuse me if my evaluation analysis of the game wasn't the greatest. But yeah, man, it was entertaining. They held it. By the end of it, I was thinking that we could probably win the game, honestly, because Portugal going forward just were not threatening at all. Like, they got their goal early and they were almost passive. It was like, I was expecting this team. This is one of the teams I had pinned as a dark horse. Like, I thought they were going to go far in this competition, and now looking at them, I don't know. They might still be a dark horse. It might be one of those situations that they're one of the teams that were affected by the hydration breaks and the breakup in play and, you know, the weather, and these things are, you know, they're looking like they might be, you know, possibly a hindrance to some of these teams and an issue, and, you know, something to speak about in these games. Personally, I did not think it would be the case, but I don't know. We'll see. Portugal is one of those teams I'm going to be watching in the second week, in the second round of games, because points are going to have to be picked up if you want to win, or you're going to be looking at that last week of games, that third round of games. We have to win. And you don't want to be in that situation. Like, this first week was fun. The vibes was there, but, ooh, it's about to. Round 2, it's going to be fun. The vibe, the atmosphere is still going to be fun. But round 3, buttholes are going to start getting tight, my guys. Like, it's going to start really being pressure. Pressure, because your team now to go through or go home, got to get that win. And Congo, good on them to get a point out of the game, and for them to score a goal and to also score from coming down, you know, tie the game back from being down. That's big. That gives, against who they assumed and who we all assumed would have been the toughest opponent in the group. And it might possibly be Colombia, who went and put 3 on Uzbekistan. But honestly, I think I fell asleep like 5 minutes into that game, not gonna lie. I watched England and I watched Ghana, 2 games that were fun as well. Ghana almost didn't get 3 wins, didn't pick up 3 points. That game went to the last minute, and they scored in the last minute of extra time. So, stoppage time, not extra time, stoppage time. Yeah, last second. Ghana, yeah, I think they're going to have to, if they're going to want to compete in this group and really do damage in this group and come out of it second, they're going to want to, be a little bit more of a threat going forward. I want to say the way I was watching it, I didn't really feel that threat. I didn't really feel them, putting passes together and, just threading a couple passes together and getting in behind and getting in dangerous spaces. I just didn't get that feel from them. But I'm hoping that, I'm glad they got the win, and I'm hoping that they can do something against England. That's going to be a very fun game to watch. And Croatia, who I want to say they just ran into England's quality. England's quality just showed up. You had Rashford score a goal. You had Jude score a goal. You had Harry Kane put 2 goals away. I mean, when you look at the game on paper, that's what you expect to see. So when they actually show up like that, that's who England can be. Me and my cousin talk about them a lot as being maybe a little bit overrated. I kind of say that they don't live up to potential a lot of the times. And that is what I expect by the end of this tournament. I won't lie. But if they do go on to win this tournament, you know what I'm saying? You look at the team sheet, and that's what you expect them to do, because you know all those names. Like, you know what those guys do. You know what some of those guys on that team have done already. So, England, they start off their tournament with a win after going through it in the States so far. So good on them being resilient. And yeah, let's see. To go back through some of the rest of the week, some of the better games, some of the more exciting moments of this tournament so far. Let's start off with my top one, Vazinha and Cape Verde versus Spain. Wow. Spain not starting with Yamal and Nico Williams on the bench, so they don't have any speed going in behind. Cape Verde being a team that plays well in AFCON, or have been playing well in AFCON recently, they showed up on the field and off the field. They turned up. A lot of the clips, they have some of the best fan clips of the week. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you were paying attention, you know what I mean? And you saw them turning up after the game, during the game. Cape Verde, they can get something out of this group. They didn't score a goal, but they kept the clean sheet, and they're going to be playing with a lot of confidence. I need to pull it up on my phone and see who's in the group exactly, because I don't really remember. Here it is. Hold on. Shit. I thought they were in one of the earlier groups, no? Damn, they're in Group H. I wonder why they played so early. They have Uruguay next. They have Fede Valverde, one of the superpowers in football. I don't mean that as in nations. I mean like literal superpowers that you can have on the field. Number 1 is going to be speed, and number 2 is going to be stamina. Number 3 is going to be first touch, and your touch in general. Those 3 things are going to be in my opinion, either God-given talent, number 3, the touch, or just natural athleticism. I wouldn't call that a talent, but it's a God-given, it's just your natural, you know what I mean? That's what you are. You just have that. That's what you are. You're just naturally speed, fast, quick, you know what I'm saying? Or you're great with your lungs. I say all that to say Cape Verde have the speed to be able to defend against any team. Pace and power is something that, you know what I'm saying, that's not always going to carry you to a win, but it's always going to keep you in the match. You know what I'm saying? And I don't say that to put them down as just a pace and power team. Not saying that at all. I think they have quality. I think they could have scored against Spain. I think they did have a good couple chances that they just didn't take. If they continue to play on that counterattack, we've seen it that they can survive being under pressure an entire match and come back and do something, Well, we haven't seen them score yet, but that doesn't mean they can't score. I believe in them. I think it's important for them to get something out of this next round. Very important. I think they should really throw themselves into these next 2 matches. Uruguay is going to be a fight. Uruguay ain't chump. Uruguay got some players, Fede Valverde and Darwin Núñez, I want to say, and some other players on that team. Uruguay, South America, they do this. Do not sleep on Uruguay at all. I did not pay attention to their first round match. Can't tell you what happened. But they're not chump, bro. They do this. They're a real team. Don't sleep on Uruguay at all. 1-1 Saudi Arabia. I expect that game to be a fight. That's going to be one of them fights. Brazil versus Morocco. Brazil looking a bit weak going forward, honestly. Everyone, a bit like England, you look at the team sheet and you expect it to go a certain way. But unlike England, Brazil didn't show up in the same way. Their stars didn't show up in the same way. Rafinha basically getting, held down by Mazraoui. Vinny getting his goal, but that's what Vinny does. Vinny shows up. A lot of people tend to have this idea that because Vinny whines and does these things that he's not a great player, but Vinny in big games shows up. That's good. That's their toughest game of the round, and I expect them to do a lot more in these next two games, to be a lot more attacking. Like, honestly, I don't know if it was maybe they just didn't want to lose that first game, but they just didn't. A lot of these big teams, they just didn't look threatening going forward. It just didn't. I don't know what that is, and maybe it is the weather. Maybe it is that's the impact. I don't think I don't put Brazil in that group because they play in South America. They have to deal with, more adverse things than that. They have to deal with more difficulties than hydration breaks, and you know what I'm saying? But hydration breaks, I can understand. It breaks up the play, but, getting back into play, I don't think is that difficult for it to just throw Brazil's game all the way off. But like I said, that's their toughest game of the round. For Morocco and Brazil, I expect both of them to get a win in their next two games. Not win both their next two games, but definitely get a win in their next two games. I want to say Haiti's got a dogfight. Haiti's got a dogfight because Brazil are going to be going at them hard. They are going to be on them. Morocco and Scotland, Scott McTominay, be ready to put in a fight because Morocco are going to do everything to get a point out of that game. And we saw what you did in the first round, and we saw some of the underhanded tactics, and I'm just going to say that Morocco's not afraid to go there. Moving on. Ivory Coast. Yes, Ivory Coast win their first game. They leave it late as well. Amad Diallo coming off the bench, scoring a nice goal, puts it in the corner, running down the middle of the field. A game where they left it late. They played Ecuador, footballing nation. They do this. They play well. Another South America team. It's a lot of, I feel like they put these fixtures together well. Maybe it's something that happens every time, but Africa versus South America, Africa versus Europe. It's been interesting matches, man. I'm not gonna lie. Brazil versus Haiti, to have these two groups of people in the same room cheering for, man, it's just like, why would you not want this? I see people talking about, oh, it's too big of a tournament. Some of these teams get bopped and whatever. No, we get a range, bro. We get a range. Football is a worldwide sport now. The levels have gone up across the board. These small teams are not all gonna just be food. Spain, Cape Verde, but there's the other side, Germany, Curacao. It's a range. We get a range, guys. But we should be able to have Haiti and Morocco sit in the same room and watch the game. And no matter how that game goes, you know what I'm saying? It should be a fun time. I believe in my Haitians. I think they're going to show us something because, like I said, Brazil look toothless going forward. Vinny's going to show up, in my opinion, or he's not going to show up. And if Vinny don't show up, Brazil are in trouble. Like I said, moving forward. I think Ivory Coast plays Germany next. That is going to be a game. That's going to be Germany's first real test. Germany are a team a lot of people are disregarding because their lineup don't necessarily look stacked like that, but they have like good players. They have players that, have won the Premier League, and the guy seems to be in good form right now. So Kai Havertz, hey, he may be creating a legacy for himself. Germany are never a team to sleep on. They just play good football most of the time, and I think with no pressure on them, they're just able to go out there and play their game. They can be very dangerous. They're a team that is getting a little bit older, but they still have quality on their side, in my opinion. But Ivory Coast, AFCON, serious. AFCON is showing up. AFCON is serious. AFCON did not like the Jamie Carragher comments. Everybody's playing with a chip on their shoulder. They got their win. They left it late, but Ivory Coast play good football. They have some dangerous players. Yan Diomande on that right side, probably a problem, bro. He might give them some issues out there in Germany, bro. He plays in Germany. You know what I'm saying? It might be a little bit of a, that he getting love from both sides on that day. Who knows? He might be at home playing against a German left back. You know what I mean? I'm excited. That's a game I'm excited for. Germany, Ivory Coast. Excited to see that game. That's going to be a fight. That's going to be their toughest game of the round. But if Germany takes a loss there, then that Ecuador game is going to be serious. It's going to be serious. And Ecuador's going to be looking to get points against Curacao. They're going to be looking at Curacao like food. Curaçao's going to be like, wait. We not food. We seen what these other nations are doing. We got to show up. We have players that play in Europe too. We not chump like that. We got to show up. Japan versus the Netherlands. Probably my favorite game of the round so far, of the World Cup so far. Yeah, it was back and forth. Kind of got off to a slow start. A lot of these games have been slow starting wise, and they really pick up in the second round. I don't remember when those, I keep forgetting my phone is right here. Yeah, all the goals came in the second round. First round, pretty slow, picked up in the second round. The Netherlands score, Virgil van Dijk opens the scoring with a header, typical of him, that they just took advantage of the height difference. Japan ain't no chump, come back, they score, and I want to say the Netherlands come back and score. Yeah, yep. It was like back-to-back, man. Like, the Netherlands come back, Somerville comes back, he cuts in off the right, cuts in onto that left foot, bang, woo, puts it in. The ball bounces one time, gets past the keeper. Like, it's tough. And Suzuki was having a good game. It's not like he was playing like a dunce out there. Suzuki was having a good game. He was doing his thing, but, the quality started to show up in that Dutch side. And that's what's going to happen. That's what these international tournaments are about, realistically. These guys don't get to play for big chunks of the season, big chunks of the year. And when they come together, you basically have to rely on simple tactics. You never want to take it and make it too complicated. It's tournament football. You do the same thing with kids. Like, you don't want to overcomplicate the tactics. You don't want to remember, what you have to do on every situation. You want to give them big blanket top ideas, go out there, accomplish this, and this is how we get the win. And that's what they're going to do. And you're going to allow the individual talent to almost take over in those moments of, hey, I'm close. I just happen to be on the right with a little bit of space, so bang, I'm going to bang it with my left foot. Ball bounces one time in the back of the net. And credit to Japan, they held on. I mean, they kept fighting. They started pressing forward. They started going forward. They took off. Kubo, I want to say, came off. And one of their other attackers came off. Kang-in Lee, I want to say. Is Kang-in Lee? Shit. Is Kang-in Lee Korean? Fuck. Having a rough game. Kang-in Lee is a South Korean international. So let me just interject real quick. I just realized that I didn't speak on the South Korea versus Czechia game, and that is also one of the more exciting games from the first round of games in Matchweek 1.
First round of games in Matchweek went. Yeah, one of the better games.
I don't know, but they took off some of their better players, and credit to them, they believed in their bench, and they kept playing their game. They didn't change their game up. They score a header off a corner, and the announcer literally calls it, and it's like, whoa, that commentator's curse is so real. They gotta relax, but it's great. It was fun. It was fun. Like, the goals were like bang, 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 and then all of a sudden we're watching Japan play from down 1, trying to come back and tie it back up, and they're just pressing forward and fighting, and it's fun to see them get it and celebrate and then clean up the stadium after. And Jameis Winston, like, it's awesome to see that they do that, but it's common human decency, and it should just be across the board. That's what everybody does. Like, everybody should just take up what Japan does and do that. That should be the new World Cup standard, you know. Everybody does that, and it's a shame that goes viral every time. But yeah, fun. That's, again, their toughest fixture for the round, for that group as well. I want to say Japan. Ooh, no, I forgot. Sweden went and put 5 on Tunisia. So who has Sweden next? That's going to be a little bit of a. I bet you the Dutch have Sweden next. Who has Sweden? Yep. Japan gets to play in Tunisia, 12 a.m. on Sunday. And the Dutch play Sweden at 1 p.m. on Saturday. Those are going to be 2 interesting games. I expect Japan to really go out there and attack. I expect the Netherlands and Sweden game to go much like this one. The Dutch are going to want to get a win, though, because you never want to leave it to the other teams. They're not going to want to be a third-place team at all. So they're going to be looking to go get a win. So Sweden are going to probably have to defend more than they did in this last game, and they're going to be in for a fight. Gyökeres, Isak, that first game allowed them to go into this next game and be confident. So, hey, Sweden never really chump. They always do pretty decent in the Euros, and they got some decent players. They got some players in good form now. So we'll see, man. Next week's games, I'm so glad I'm working at a good time, and all the games are in a convenient time for me. The United States play at 3 p.m. on Friday. Excited. I will have another video there. I will be there. Last time I didn't get to the game on time, but it was packed. It was dope to see that it was packed like that. Like, it was a line outside. I'm never waiting in line for a game we're already 3 up in. But I will be on time to the next game, so I'm excited. Mexico plays, I want to say 9 p.m. on Saturday as well. On Friday. No, Mexico plays 9 p.m. on Saturday, I believe. I will be outside for that one as well. And I will be doing, another review, and I'll see what other content we can get out of this. But yeah, man, tournament's going great so far. I'm excited. And apparently the United States has come to a deal with Iran. So hopefully our overlords are relaxing and we don't have to expect to go to war after this tournament. And this tournament isn't the last tournament we have, because I want to see more tournaments, and I want to be able to have kids and take them to tournaments and let them experience tournaments. So hopefully no wars to end all wars coming up. And yeah, but moving on to the next team. The last game I'm going to be talking about, the last 2 games I'm going to be talking about here. France versus Senegal, and Argentina versus... Who did Argentina play? I forgot already. Fuck. I fucking hate Argentina, bro. I fucking hate Argentina, bro. I did not want to have to talk about Messi. I ain't going to lie. I didn't want to have to talk about Messi at all. I was fully expecting Argentina to pull a Portugal and kind of, be an afterthought after the first round and not have to worry about them. And then Messi goes and scores a hat-trick on Algeria. That's awesome. The last 2 games I'm going to be talking about. France versus Senegal. France versus Senegal was a great game. It was almost my favorite game of the first round. But I think, like I said earlier, Japan versus the Netherlands was just a little bit more fun back and forth. But France-Senegal was good football. France playing a lot like the PSG side, constantly having guys cut in, and Olise and Dembele dropping deep to collect the ball. They almost play like a, was it 4-2? They play a 4-2-3-1, but it almost becomes like a 3-4-2-1 in possession. It's weird. It's weird the way they play. Very attacking, very threatening, very hard to follow if you don't know what you're looking at. Very, very confusing. I want to say Arsenal did a great job of nullifying that in the PSG game and kind of making them play a little bit more traditional. And Senegal held them in the first half. Senegal did well. But I want to say they got... When did the first goal come? Was his first goal before the half? No, all goals came in the second half, yeah. Mbappe got one. Second half, Rabiot plays him through. I was just saying to my sister before that, well, how does Rabiot keep starting these games? And he plays that ball in behind. And what a ball, what a ball it is. France, dangerous, man. France, dangerous. It's like France versus Senegal. It's the academy playing versus the first team. Fun game. Sadio Mane just plays so cool. He plays with so much swag on the ball. He plays like the game comes effortlessly to him. But they couldn't hold him. They couldn't hold him. France, that quality, much like England, like I mentioned earlier, that quality just, over 90 minutes, when you have quality like that, it's supposed to shine through. So they did their thing. They did their thing. Barcola coming in. You got guys like Barcola that can come in off the bench. You got a Ryan Shirky that can come in off the bench. I mean, when you've got quality like that, it's tough. It's tough, man. And Senegal, man, I feel for them because they did play a good game. Like I genuinely watched that. I wasn't drinking or anything at the time, so I genuinely watched that game, and I was watching it to learn how France plays. I hadn't. Everybody's been talking about the way they play and how they rotate and the passing and the 1-2s and running from deep. And yeah, man, I wanted to see it. So I was really watching and I was very invested. And like I said, Senegal played them well. El Hadji Diouf on that left back, he credit to him, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't really having too much trouble with Olise down that right. But then again, Olise down that right wasn't always there on that right side. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes Dembele was there. Sometimes Dembele's on that right. Sometimes Dembele is playing in a 10. Sometimes Dembele's on the left. Sometimes Doué's dropped off. Doué kind of played off the left most of the game, but sometimes even he was dropping down into the middle of the field, And then after they got that first one, Mbappe just said, fuck it, and just turned around and just shot one from distance, That's what you want to see. That's what I want to see as a Real Madrid fan. That's what I want to see. And it's good to see that from him. And it's bad for the rest of the tournament. For everyone else, that's bad news if Mbappe's in that type of form. But good game from France. Good game all around. I'm excited to watch them the rest of the tournament. They're going to be a team to watch. Every France game is going to be one to watch from now forward. And Senegal, they can still get something out of this group. This is definitely not the end of the world for them. Norway putting 4 on Iraq. Holland getting 2 goals. They're going to be a team to pay attention to. Their attack, not toothless. Their attack, doing things when they get forward. Going to be something to stop. But I think Senegal, AFCON champions, I think they can do it. I think they can hold Norway. I think they can keep it. I think they can keep a clean sheet in that game. Even if they don't keep a clean sheet, I think they can win that game. I think they get through the next round. Do they get through in second place or third place? I don't know. And I'm not even sure how it is with the third place teams. I think it's only a certain amount of third place teams. So you don't really want to be a third place team. You want to be a second place team. Losing that first game was tough. They can still go get 2 W's in my opinion. So Senegal, we looking forward to see what you guys can do from here forward. My Francophone team, man, hey, do y'all thing, man. Last game I'm gonna talk about today. I'm dreading it. I'm so annoyed. Fucking Messi, man. Damn, bro. I did not want to have to worry about him. I was not wanting to even mention Messi in these videos. I'm not gonna lie. I was on that type of hate time. I promise you. And he goes out and he mimics Mbappe's goal. I didn't even see the other 2 goals. I haven't watched the highlights back. But from that moment, gets the ball, turns, one move, cuts onto this right, bang, back. No, I think he did the opposite. I think he shot it off his left foot, curves over to the right, back of the net, which is crazy because it's like I seen him do that in practice, like a video on social media sometime just before that, like him doing that, and everybody's like, "What? This guy's crazy!" Like, and I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking too much of it. No, this guy's on smoke. This guy's been playing in America. This guy has been walking around the States for 3 years, and he is back, and he is fully here, and yeah, he just put everybody on notice. He literally, a hat trick in your first game after coming back after winning the World Cup, a hat trick, bro, come on, chill out, bro. Chill out, man. I don't even want to think about them going back to back. McAllister's looking good. Enzo Fernandez looking good. Rodrigo de Paul plays a good pass at some point. It's stressing me. I did not want to have to think about this team at all, bro. I didn't want to have to think about them. And they're back. The boogeyman is here. The boogeyman is real. He's back. He's here. And he's got the title. And he's thinking about retaining it. And I don't know what to do anymore. Because what I wanted was a new team to win. A new crown. A new nation that was gonna do something and capture the hearts of men and really fight and do what they have to do. And damn it, bro. It's gonna be a fight, bro. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited. It's only week 2, and we are locked in, bro. I'm locked in. I've been watching hella games. I watched a majority of the games. I've watched games that I had no business watching. I did skip 2 games: Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, and Iran, and whoever. Skipped them. But to be fair, I also skipped Germany, Curacao, like whatever. I was watching something else. I think I was editing when that game was on. I can't remember what I was doing. But yeah, I'm locked in. I'm excited. Y'all keep up with me. Keep doing the things. You know what I'm saying? Let me know who your favorite moment came from. Who was the player of the week? Player of the first round. Leave that all in the comments. Leave me a comment. Let me know what I'm doing, if I need to sit up straight. Let me know how you felt after Yo and Wisa, equalized. Let me know how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Yebi sanga nini bobinaki tangu match isilaki. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that, because I can't even find a word for goal right now. So yeah, man. I'm excited, bro. So excited. Congo, United States. Come on, man. Let's do it. My sister got all the United States jerseys. I need to go buy one. I want to get the striped jersey from last year. I think that's the best kit we've ever had. The away kit, the 2025 US away kit. It's not in long sleeve. I've been looking for it. I want it. Somebody has it. Send it to me. Damn it. But yeah, come on. We'll be back Friday at 3 p.m. I'll be there. Hope you're there. Like, share, comment, hype. Let's do all the things. Come on, guys.
Claudicia.